This is your pen.
No, I don't have any pens like that.
This is your pen?
Let me see. No, but I like it. It's purple.
Well, let me make sure mine will work.
Okay, you ready? Okay, let's begin this special meeting Monday, December 22nd, 2025 at 6 p.m. It is now 6 p.m. Let's begin with roll call. Kramer,
Here.
Ferguson,
Here.
Kuntz, here, Service.
Here.
There are no other attendees tonight other than Mr. James. We do intend to have an executive session near the beginning of this meeting, so that's likely the case. So let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so review of current agenda items. I know of at least 4 more things to put on the agenda.
Wow.
Apparently another item floating out there in the ether somewhere that we may hear about in a little bit, but so the items that I have, one item that I'm bringing and other items that other members are bringing. So we'll put them after the presumed executive session. So it will be first one, approved booster pump plumbing quote from Action Mechanical. Second one, purchase of Public Works dump trailer. Third one, approve boom rental transfer to Mark Underwald. And the fourth one is change the January 6th meeting to January 7th. And is there any other items?
Yes. Approved use of town snow machine for community activity.
Okay. Use of snow machine. Activity, okay, very good. Are there any others?
I hope not, that's too much already.
Okay. Anyone like to, I guess I'll make a motion to accept the agenda as amended.
I'll second.
Aaron has a second. You have any discussion on the amendment of the agenda? Okay, seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Okay, conflict of interest declarations, same as every meeting. If there's any conflicts of interest, please state them now or when we get to that item on the agenda. Okay, don't hear any, so I'll entertain a motion to enter.
Make the motion at 6:03
For personnel.
for personnel executive session.
I'll second.
Okay, Linda makes the motion, Aaron seconds. So, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Pause recordings, enter executive session.
I'm gonna
started it.
Yep.
Okay, you wanna just make the motion to exit?
We'll make the motion to exit the executive session at
7:41.
7:41.
I second that.
Okay, Aaron makes a motion, Donna seconds. So, motion on the floor, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries, executive session is now ended. Do we have any motions resulting from this executive session?
I will make a motion to limit the duties of marshal alias to those required for the completion of the Law Enforcement Academy until graduation.
Okay, Aaron makes the motion, is there a second? I guess I will second that. Is there any discussion on the motion on the floor?
Excuse me, what's the motion on the floor?
Would you like to read it again, Aaron?
I'm sorry.
I make a motion to limit the duties of marshal alias to those required for the completion of the Law Enforcement Academy until graduation.
Okay. Is there any other questions or discussion? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion carries. Very good, so now we're on to the next item, which is, I have it listed as item 4.1 because the amended motion, or sorry, the amended agenda was to place these items after the executive session. So I do have this, it's a very informal quote for the booster pump plumbing quote. However, this is not to replace the booster pump. The address is 27 5th Street, just right up here. The homeowner does not want the booster pump anymore. The renters do not want the booster pump anymore. They have been running their water system with the booster pump unplugged and disconnected, so they know what the ramifications are of doing that. And so I reached out to Action Mechanical to just get a quote to just see what it would be for them to take the booster pump out and to consolidate the plumbing back into the closet, because the booster pump was mounted outside of the closet where the water comes into the manufactured home. So anyways, I can, end of the day, the quote's for $325 if you guys want to look at it. It's just a very informal one via email. But, so I guess I'll just make the motion to approve that quote, and then see where that goes. So do we have a second for that?
I didn't see it.
Okay, yeah. It's $325, but if you'd like to see that before you decide to
thought you
second.
said more than that.
Well, that is a short little.
Who's the,
Action Mechanical,
yeah, but who is the
Trailer
resident?
labor and
Who owns the house?
Shorts.
This is the removal, no replacement. Yeah, I think for this, so part of the draw for these booster pumps, right, is that there's like kind of a pressure that we're required to provide.
So did I take that to mean that the motion failed for lack of second?
I'll second, sorry,
Okay,
my bad.
okay, Aaron seconds, presumably for discussion?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, no worries.
That they don't necessarily want it, so we're not replacing it, we're just taking out the one that's there. My question is, there's a sort of requirement on what pressure we would have to provide, so if that is the case, then I think it would be good to have something in writing from them basically stating that they're not gonna hold us to the pressure expectations before we remove the pump.
I agree with that.
Okay. I do have an email that states that they do not want it anymore, and they understand that. It doesn't explicitly state that they understand the town's pressure requirements, but they did state that they're okay with the current situation with it not working,
And,
as far as the pressure goes.
and they understand that we're going to have someone come in and remove and change everything also?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, that was their request too, that the plumbing be consolidated back into the closet. So, I mean, yes, sir.
I would just suggest making your email with them, if it's not already part of the record for today,
Mhm.
put that into the record. Just
Yes,
so we've
sir.
got that preserved.
Did you get copied on that too, Terry?
I believe so.
Okay, if not, I'll forward it to you, and then we can make sure that it becomes part of that record. So, is there any other questions on this? Do we need to have like a waiver that they need to sign, Mr. James? I think that's what Aaron was kind
Again,
of
I'm
getting
sort
at.
of taking your summary of it at face value, and if it's as you represent, I think that should be enough. I mean, we're talking about a, $300-something bill, at their request. Again, if we document it, I think we're okay on that.
Yeah, I mean, let me just, I think I can pull the email up here. So the, the email is, as owners of the property at 27 North Fifth Street, we are requesting removal of the town-placed booster pump. The booster pump was installed to increase water pressure at the house. The pump began running longer to the irritation of the renters, so they shut it off and were not using it. They did not realize the pump had been leaking, so after shutting it off, they noticed the leaking and informed us, for which we informed the town of the problem. We would like the pump removed and the water lines capped off back in the closet and the holes in the frame sealed or covered back up. We do not wish to have the booster pump repaired or replaced. You think that's sufficient?
But, I'm sorry, what shore was this?
Wait,
Wayne and Bridget?
Yeah, that's fine. I want to make sure I don't have a conflict of interest. But yeah, that sounds fine.
Okay. Yep. Okay, so, I mean, are there any other questions on this one? Any other concerns that you guys think we need to look at? So, I guess after reading that, one thing I'll point out is that this quote is for the plumbing. They also requested to cover up the holes. So there's holes in the paneling where they drilled holes to put the PEX through. So that'll be a separate issue if we choose to deal with that. So just to point that out for transparency and completeness.
Okay.
Okay, any further questions or comments? Okay, seeing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion carries. Very good. On to the next one. Purchase of the Public Works dump trailer.
Oh, okay. Let me, Terry put it on our Word document, so it's easier to deal with. But I still need to zoom in. So me and Mark Einerwald went and looked at that trailer that was for sale at Time Rental. So it is a 7x12 dump trailer, high side. This will hold 4 tons of material. It is converted to run off a gas motor instead of batteries for the hydraulic cylinder. So super less of a headache, more reliable. Those batteries, nightmare. They just die all the time. It does have equipment ramps. They're stored underneath the deck in little pockets here, so it can haul things, mowers, bobcats, smaller machines like that. They were asking $5,800, but Mr. Einerwald did his thing and pointed out that it needs new tires and, it's not really quite up to snuff. And so he quickly negotiated a price of $5,000 even. So, yeah, we could, right now we could go get a load of gravel at a time with this ourselves if we want. That would save us a fair amount of money. We could,
But you have to figure out who's gonna pull it. It's gonna be a charge there.
right?
Yeah, and for right now, this is basically for, to be used for volunteer type stuff, right? I mean, that's.
Volunteer or deploy if we need something that our public works contractors, employee, whatever the situation may be, it could move heavy things for us and dump things in piles for us and go get things in piles for us and on demand and as needed and yeah. So there's been a lot of talk. The town has no equipment. The town has no equipment. The town has no equipment except a pump, a mower, and now a vac truck. And we have $8,000 left in the street budget. So if we buy this now and include it in the 2025 street budget, then we don't have to worry about this particular item being in a budget in the future because it's accounted for.
So tires are gonna cost $1,000. Yes, somewhere.
Probably 650, 600, 650. Chuck has a tire machine. I didn't know that until I went and
Yeah, I
inspected
bought
his
that.
shop for town inventory.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Oh,
there's some junk in there that he's been holding on to for us. That's literally garbage, and probably charges for it. Just kidding.
Wow.
But no, there's some broken stuff in there that he kept around for because we need serial numbers off these old broken pumps that were failed under warranty, and it's good to have.
yeah,
That's the only things. Anyway.
okay, so.
But he does have a tire machine.
Yep,
Yeah, this would make the volunteer road crew stuff go way easier. But even contracted, road work, or when we get to the point, which we should all hope to get to, an actual formal public works department would be very useful. Not just as a dump trailer, but as an equipment trailer, moving the mower around, moving thises and that's. And I don't know, maybe if the really big windstorm comes through and absolutely demolishes the town and throws debris all over our right-of-ways, we won't have to worry about citizens volunteering like 72 hours of their time in their own vehicles and their own trailers and their own stuff to clean up debris that was technically the town's responsibility. Yeah. Spending $100 in fuel in the process. Yeah. So it'd be useful to have.
Aaron, did you get under this thing?
I didn't physically get under it, but we lifted it. It fully operates.
I would just suggest before you buy it, get under it with a little hammer.
for
Oh.
rust. Yeah,
Just see if the rust is if there's rust, if it's surface or not. I don't know. That's the only, this type of equipment, that's the only thing
Yeah,
No, it is
he lifted the
trailer.
dump to show us everything. Everything's in good condition. There's none of that channel rot there you see where you can kind of go.
I don't know. I want to get under it. I want to get under it and hit it with a little hammer. Just to make sure that it's not, I don't know. Just my 2 cents on that.
Yeah, no, it's I totally get what you're. I grew up upstate New York. I'm
Sure.
used to
Yeah.
like you stick your finger through a truck frame and then you're like, oh yeah, that's fantastic.
so, I know we're just discussing not under emotion, but, so presumably this was a formal piece of rental equipment, right?
Yeah.
And this is from, Time Tool?
Mm-hmm.
And do you know what the retail price for one of these would be? Do you have an idea?
Not off the top of my head. We could probably search that quick.
What are we saving with that? At this price point? I mean, I think it's a decent idea. I'm kind of skeptical about getting more equipment for the town right now. The vac truck's kind of been a ongoing thing that we've been having to deal with. And, luckily Aaron's volunteered to do that. But I don't know, cause we do kind of have public works stuff kind of up in the air right now. We're figuring that all out, right, so.
Well, it's a good investment. I mean,
Yeah.
we're not gonna lose our money out of it because those kind of trailers do sell pretty.
How long have they had it for sale?
Couldn't tell you.
They must use it for rental because it says Time Tool on the side of it.
Yeah. That upgrade from batteries to a motor though, yeah, that you're not gonna get fairly cheap.
So you get one with a gas engine on there.
Usually they're batteries.
Yeah, right, but.
They do the conversions themselves there.
So that's not, you don't buy it retail with a gas engine, like nobody sells them like that.
Not that I've seen. Could be wrong. I don't shop for regular.
So it's basically just a little generator on there.
It's a little motor with an actual hydraulic pump.
Oh,
and
okay.
one action lever.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah, it's direct motor to hydraulic, gas over hydraulic, however you want to say it.
Is that, and that $5,000 their final offer?
Yeah, that was pretty explicit that that was the best we could do.
So can we table this until we have our next meeting?
Um,
On the, can we put that on the agenda for the work session? No, we can't.
the point of me I wouldn't have bothered putting it on the agenda
Yeah,
today,
it's the
except that
timing,
we're
yeah.
within the 2025 budget right now. If we buy this immediately, then it's within this year's. Otherwise, we have to worry about squeezing it into a future budget. And considering that, I don't know of any other departments that are under budget like this. Maybe law enforcement. Maybe, I guess maybe that's the deal. We have money in the budget, and
We better spend it.
Well, but have we already spent it in other departments? Is are we across the board, or are we above or below?
Well, the only one, because I had a supplement on the last, so the Board of Trustees will need to be, but like $1,500 or something.
so we have 8,000 in the street budget. This is 5,000. That leaves us 3,000. We can kick 1,500 of that over the
Well, it's all.
trustees. Not that
Yeah.
not that that's how it works, but
Okay.
we can, in our minds, kick that over, and could still buy a plate packer because we're gonna need one of those too. But I figured we can wait until the next meeting for that
So what?
plate packer,
How much is
packing
that?
gravel, like $500.
Okay, well, I mean, do you wanna make a motion on that?
Yeah,
or-
I'll make a motion to approve a budget of $5,000 for the purchase of a Public Works dump trailer.
Okay, Aaron makes a motion. Is there a second?
Second for discussion.
Donna seconds for discussion. Did you have another point of discussion that, or would you like to just present your ideas?
Well, we're gonna pay $5,000 for the trailer, but then it's probably gonna be $1,000 for the tires, so that's gonna be $6,000.
No, probably, we're not spending it. The trailer tires, they're not gonna be $1,000.
What was the motion for a budget of 5,000?
Yeah.
To purchase the dump truck, we don't need to do tires right away.
We don't need to do tires right away?
No.
Okay. All right. That's a good question. Any other discussion, questions, anything like that?
The only thing that I would like to see some comparison shopping done, that's all. You know, I mean, I know nothing about those type of trailers. I don't know if they're worth 40,000 or 200, so, you know.
Well, I think the price is pretty good, you know, because we've kind of looked at them.
Chuck was pretty happy about the price point we got it down to. They didn't want to go that far down, but they were pressured with the understanding that we have to, if it's gonna happen, we'll make the decision tonight, so you should probably make sure we know.
Right, yeah. Okay, any further discussion on this one? Okay, seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
2 ayes, I'm going to abstain. Linda, do you have a vote?
I can't vote for it because I don't have
Okay.
any proof. I don't have any other paperwork. I don't have any. I'm glad to hear that Chuck was good about it. That says a lot. But at the same time,
Okay, so is that an abstention or a nay?
well, it doesn't matter. As I recall, an abstention is a yes vote.
It's for the record.
Mhm. But it's also a yes vote.
No, it's neither, it's, as far as I understand, Mr. James probably could say better.
So are you, it's,
Choose whichever one you want, I mean, it's not, you know,
Right.
I don't think it'll make a difference in the decision, but I do agree with the chair that it's for the record, purposes of the record only.
I'll abstain then.
okay. All right, 2 ayes, 2 abstentions, motion fails. Okay, yes, sir.
Okay, so, I would like to know if there's another motion, if there's any motion moving forward that could be set up to satisfy that might pass. This kind of, I think this is kind of thing I find myself doing like constantly is, all right, listen to everybody talk and then what motion can I make that will most likely pass? Is there something, whether it be contingent on a discussion with someone or a price evaluation, or is it, kind of already a dead duck, as it were?
That sounds pretty serious.
I don't know, in my view, I personally think that the town should get the public works stuff ironed out and then we figure out what we need and then move from there after we kind of had developed a plan to go forward. The thing is, we kind of bought the vac truck this way and that's kind of turned into, it's not a nightmare. I mean, it's gonna be useful eventually and, you know, I mean, Aaron has taken the lead on that, you know, superbly as far as I can tell. And I know that it's very soon not going to be an issue, but for right now it is an issue. Presumably this would not be an issue for some amount of time, but that's just kind of where I'm at. I'd just like to see us kind of get away from doing that type of stuff, but that's just where I'm at right now, so. All right, so moving on to the next one, approved boom rental transfer to Mark Einerwald. And so, would you like to introduce this one, Aaron?
Sure, so I'm done with the boom. Contacted Time Rental today, asked what happens if we bring it back early. Nothing. We pay the same no matter when we bring it back. Mark has said that he has some stuff, some use he could get out of it for the duration. I said, all right, well, I better check with the bosses, and also before that, I'll get ready. Contacted Time Rental again. He can go in there. If we approve, he can basically go in there and, with our approval, transfer it to him for the duration of the rental. So but we wouldn't want to let him use it while it's being rented by us for liability reasons. But they could do the paperwork essentially so that they acknowledge that he's taking liability from the town for the rest of its rental period, which is only until Wednesday morning. And I cannot think of anything else in town that we could possibly need a boom rental for right now.
Till when? This
It's
Wednesday.
till Wednesday.
So basically, he's just
Tomorrow.
gonna use it, he would be using it for a day, basically,
Yeah.
or less than a day. 'Cause
And-
he'd have to go down there and transfer it.
Worth noting is he would take it back, and that would benefit the town. I'll leave it at that. It would benefit the town. Yeah.
Okay. All right, would you like to make that motion then?
I actually think I might need to abstain from this.
I make a motion that we let Mark go in and change the rental of the boom truck to him with the understanding that he will take it back to town for us.
Okay, Donna makes the motion, is there a second?
I'll second that.
Linda seconds, okay.
The issue I have with this is that, although nobody else knows about it, I mean, I could find use for it too. So are we allowing one citizen to have it when it hasn't been offered to all the rest?
But he's paying, Mark's gonna pay for it.
Well, he's not gonna pay anything for it, but he will return it to the town, to the rental once he's done with it on the town's behalf, which I am saying strongly is of the town's benefit to consider.
Is that something that we need to consider, that we didn't offer it to anybody else, or, I mean, is that a thing that we need to be cognizant of when we're doing things like this, or? Mr. James, can you think of anything?
I was hoping it wouldn't come to me. No, that's, I mean, that's an interesting question, I think, that Lynn posed. It's sort of, it's almost like a textbook governmental ethics question, you know, like, okay, well, it's not really money we're giving someone, it's not really a product, but is it of value? Well, arguably, right, I mean, there's a value to the rental, but it's not our rental, we've already paid for it, so we've already gotten our value out of it, but, you know, it's got some inherent value, and I don't know, I mean, it's a hard question to answer. I mean, it's a small matter, you know, it's but it's a tough ethical question. So, you know, I think that I don't think there's any illegality about it. You know, I don't think that if you are you do this, that necessarily like that you're creating some liability or you're violating some statute about procurement or something like that. I don't think that you're crossing any of those boundaries. But it is sort of a, I mean, you know, I think you could have a debate with professors about government, about whether that's, you know,
Yeah.
appropriate or not.
And do we need to be concerned about what he's using it for? I mean, is he gonna use it for making money? Or is he gonna use it for helping out his own house? Or for helping somebody else in the town with tree issues? I mean, there's a lot of things it could be used for, and does that matter?
Yeah,
I mean, if he makes money on the deal, it should be the town's money.
well,
Yeah, but I think he's
Partially.
using that for his house.
All right, Aaron, did you have a comment or a question?
Yes, you know, and the way Scott framed it kind of triggered it in my mind that we kind of already have a precedent for this. We have a tree on property that doesn't belong to the city being powered with electricity from the town office, so we're essentially powering decorations on somebody else's property without getting any form of compensation for it. We're basically giving the town's electricity. I just thought it was interesting to kind of pop in my head.
This one right here?
That one right there.
I don't think it's plugged in now because of
It's
the
not
lights.
plugged in right now, but
Yeah, 'cause
there's
of
a
the
cord
lights.
running from it. That's interesting. Okay. All right, so is there any other comments or questions on this one? Okay.
I didn't give you a firm answer on this, sorry. I try to give you a clear answer,
I know.
but that one's a tough one.
And I have to abstain on the vote because I'm,
Okay, well, we're not voting yet, but
yeah, I know,
Aaron.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, so more information, not as a board member, but just clarification information, is that the storm resulted in a situation that time rental has none available. Ours won't be available if turned in Wednesday until next week, so they don't have any others available. We're essentially sitting on one.
That somebody else probably really would like.
Well, I
And
mean,
Mark had offered to compensate the town, but I couldn't understand any legal pathway forward where that would change its situation in any way.
yeah,
Hey, if you divide it between, if you had it for a week and you divide it by the day, that's a way to,
but I mean, that has to be against the rental agreement, subleasing the equipment. I
Oh,
mean,
wow, okay.
I can't see how they would allow that, but, you know, I don't know, I haven't seen it, but I don't think it would be wise for a rental place to allow that anyways.
I suspect you're right on that.
And they did confirm that they would, in order to transfer it, they would want him to fill out all the same paperwork that the town filled out to fully transfer liability. So once they get it back, they're receiving it from him, and whatever condition it's in is on him, and he's fine with that.
Right, okay, so Terry, can you read the motion, please?
Motion by Donna, second by Linda, to approve the moving of the time rental boom, is it a boom? To Mike Einerwold, with the understanding he's gonna return it.
I think that's a good way to put it.
Seems like we need to put in the motion that, I mean, it's been a subject of the conversation, but we put in the motion that it is to be transferred to him and he will not take possession of it until that transfer's been done via paperwork, right?
Yep.
Because this motion doesn't capture that. And it was in the conversation, and that's kind of the understanding. So I guess what I'll do is I'll make a motion to amend the motion to include the transfer of rental via filling out the paperwork at Time Tool, and then also submit, and then a copy of that submitted to the town office, just so we can verify
once- okay.
that the liability has been transferred before we
Yep.
release it.
And then he can do what he wants with the boom truck.
At that point, it would be his
Yeah,
rental.
after it's signed over to him. Okay.
Yeah. So that was my motion to amend.
I second that motion.
Seconds. Okay, is there any, so we have the amendment to the motion on the floor. Any further discussion on the amendment? Okay, seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye,
I'm abstaining.
you're abstaining, okay.
What
And
did
I already said I'm abstaining.
you're abstaining, so we have two
2 and 2.
ayes and 2 abstentions. So the amendment fails. So then, I guess we're back to the original motion. So, I mean, I'll just point out that, I mean, that the intent of the board is kind of captured in the motion, right? So we need to,
Well, if he's taken, can I say something?
yeah, absolutely, I mean.
If he's
go.
taken all responsibility, he is going to go in and sign the papers and take the responsibility. I don't understand why we can't pass this. Because it's his name that's gonna be on the line.
I don't think the original motion captures that intent, though. Do you guys agree, or,
Yeah, it didn't.
I mean, to me, it's kind of open-ended, that it doesn't dictate how the transfer is to occur.
So can I make another motion?
Well, I made the motion to amend to do that, and it failed.
So do we have to vote on the original now?
Yeah, well, we're back to the original.
Can
I
I add on to the original?
Well,
motion?
I think we can do 2 amendments to the original before it's considered to be a dead, and we gotta go to a vote, but, so would you like to make another motion to amend, Donna?
I'll make a motion to, we amend the last motion that I made. Whatever it was.
Okay, and what would you like the amendment to change it to?
I would like to make a motion that as long as Mark goes in, signs the papers over into his name, he is totally responsible for what happens to the boom truck at that point, and that he is returning it as a favor to the town of Hermosa.
And provides proof to Terry of,
And yeah,
Those
and
documents.
gives proof to Terry that he has signed the papers over to him.
Okay, so Donna makes second amendment on that original motion. Motion. So I guess I'll second that second amendment.
Thank you.
So do we have any other discussion on this one? Okay, seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And I think we're back to the same situation that we were before.
I have to abstain for conflict of interest, so
What is your conflict of interest?
I've been working with this boom truck for 5 days.
Yeah,
But why would you have
Put
to?
an enormous amount of hours into it
all right,
for free, and I'm just too close.
okay, well, appreciate you saying that and it's taking a step back if you believe that to be the true, so thank you. Okay, so we're back to the original motion. We've exhausted our amendment capability. So, I guess we'll just call for a vote on the original motion, which is, we read it before. So all those in favor?
Aye.
I mean, I can't, language wise, I can't vote for that one, so I'll have to vote nay. And then I'm thinking that they're
Both abstaining.
both abstaining again, so the motion fails then.
Over a little boom truck situation.
Yeah.
I still can't get past the fact that nobody else was offered the same thing he was offered. I
Okay,
can't get past that,
all right.
so sorry. I agree with you, I think it would be great if, I mean, I think it's would be a great thing for him, and would also be a great thing for the town to get it back, but I still see, I've been in a situation where the public has said, we weren't given that opportunity.
Okay, well, thank you for letting us know, Linda, and let's move on
So now
to,
who's gonna be responsible for taking it back?
That is
No.
a really good question.
Well, we have to.
who picked it up? Was that
I
you? or-
volunteered to pick it up, but I'm volunteered out.
Okay, that's due back on Wednesday morning?
And considering this, it would have to be another officer of the municipality return it essentially, since these motions
Yeah.
are failing and we can't let anybody other
So
than
it's,
a town employee currently. Yeah, no,
So in other
basic-
words, could Chuck take it back?
I mean, he could, yeah, I think so. He's Public Works. He could bill us to take it back.
I suppose. I mean, I could take it back too. I got a truck that could pull it. But I know Linda
Will
does.
my truck pull it?
I bet. I mean, it can't be more than 2,500 pounds or something.
It's not as heavy as my camper, or about the same.
It's that thing sitting next to the shop right there.
Yeah, that don't tell me nothing,
All right. I think it probably would, but
Okay,
if nobody
Alright.
else wants to take it back, I can take it back. But.
okay.
So on to the next one, change the January 6th meeting to January 7th.
Make a motion to
So
approve that.
Linda makes a motion to change the meetings. Okay, I guess I'll
I
second.
presume that's just because of all the holidays?
Nope, that is because, Anthony thought he would be back on the 6th, but he will not be back until the 7th.
Oh,
And he
okay.
has some things he'd like to bring to the board, at that time, and, like presentations and things like that about some of the things that he wants to do and the way he's would like to, help us do the things that we need to do, so
Okay,
that's the purpose behind it.
okay.
So,
Well,
yeah,
that's still a good reason, all right.
yes ma'am. So do we have any questions or comments on this one? Okay, I guess we'll go to vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Abstain.
Abstain, Donna?
Why is it, I can't, I,
Okay. 3 ayes, 1 abstention, motion carries. Okay, next one, approve use of snow machine for community activity.
Oh, we can table that.
You wanna table that? Okay.
Did you have a date in mind?
I had not much of anything in mind.
I'll
Just,
just throw it out there and see what everybody says.
I think it's a fun idea.
I don't even know what the idea is, other than it's a snow machine for community activity, so.
We could have
Well, if
a
you wanna
snowball
table
fight.
it, we could just move on.
my
and be
position
done.
is to table it.
Okay. All right, well, I'll agree with that, so we'll put it on the next agenda then. So after that, we're on to items from constituents, and seeing that there are none here, we can move on to trustee input. So does anybody have any input? Any trustees?
Just tomorrow night we're meeting for dinner.
Oh, yeah.
5:30 is it?
Yes, is everybody gonna be able to go?
Come, yeah. Can you
I'm
make it?
counting on it, I don't
I
wanna
appreciate
cook.
the invite.
I know you have little kids.
That's my in-laws are still recovering from the power outage and everything.
Okay.
they can't watch their kids right now, so,
Okay.
yeah. But
Well, we
you
wanna
don't,
make
you don't
sure-
want them causing a bunch of ruckus, so,
That's all right.
Okay.
We wanted to make sure you were invited, so.
yeah.
All right, very good. Any other trustee input?
The town officer should be invited too.
The what?
Town officer?
He is.
Yeah, he is, okay, alright.
I don't think he said he was coming,
Okay,
once I talked to him, so.
very good.
Okay, very good. I don't really have any input on this one, so, I guess I'll make the motion to adjourn
I second that.
at,
8:21?
8:21. Donna seconds. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, motion carries. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.